here we are. We're back on another episode of Toasty Toes Uncut. And it's been a while. It's been a while since me and Sam have recorded anything. Like episodes have still been coming out, but like it's been a while since we had a session.
It's been a brick.
Oh my fucking god! You know what? Forget it. Fuck it. Forget it.
I'm never speaking to you again.
There are so many times where I've told you I'm never gonna speak to you again, but I always claw my way back like a fucking fiend.
Like a monkey.
What? No. Do you remember that ape? Do you remember that chimpanzee that fucking killed that lady?
What? The one who ripped her face off? He was alive.
Unfortunate.
Do you remember Harambe?
What?
What are you talking about?
Who's Harambe?
2020, I am forgotten.
Alright,
Sam.
straight from
Afghan.
Yeah, we actually, haven't done Afghan in a while, so let's actually do it this time. Alright, so I think really what we need to do is we need to like catch up because like, we haven't talked to each other. It's like I want to know what you've been up to, what's been going on, if you have any funny stories that you could tell, preferably in a format in which shorter stories come first and a larger story, which makes up the bulk of the video and can relate to the title of the video, comes in the middle around the 40-minute mark. That'd be great. I'm op 4.
Wait, is that the side?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay, I forgot. I'm the fuck 141.
141 the fucks.
I give zero fuck.
That could be a bad name, honestly, in 2020. 141
Wait.
fucks.
Wait, Sam, do you remember that thing from a couple years ago, speaking of Harambe, where it was like, it was like really cringy. People would like say keck. And it was like a meme briefly.
Sing Keck?
People would say keck. It was like
the
it was
movie
meant
Sing?
to like replace LOL. No.
No!
I don't know what you're. I've never seen the movie Sing.
Anyway.
But I was thinking the other day. I was like 100 gex, 100 kecks.
Oh my god.
That felt complete flat. Sorry.
We've never made the connection. It's been under our noses. Okay. It's a front organization. For Antifa.
Yeah, so mandatory Antifa joke.
Mandatory Antifa joke. I'd love for this to be the one episode where we don't mention the presidency.
Yeah, let's try to make that a goal.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah. So
Not
anyway,
hard.
back to the topic at hand. So what have you been up to? Unless you want me to go first.
What have I been up to? Well, I started college. I started college, but what you see, what happened was, a couple weeks in to my first semester this fall, I was like thinking in my room alone, and I was like, I'm just spending like 3 days straight in my room, only leaving to get food at the cafeteria, and I'm going to my classes on Zoom, and I'm slowly going crazy because I'm just in the same, like, I'm in the same clothes all the time, and like I never see anyone, and I'm like starting to hallucinate.
Paint dry.
I'm starting to hallucinate baby Hitlers just crawling under my tiny ass bed, and I was like, you know what? I just realized
when I found out Sam C stole the tiny clone of Hitler joke, I felt so betrayed.
infuriated. Yeah,
how could you?
the one time he gave you hope. Yeah. So I was just like thinking, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, my original plan was to take a gap year because of COVID, but then I was like, actually, I should go to college anyway. But then I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna take the gap year. So I left, and now I'm on a gap year, and it's nice. I like taking it. I'm gonna learn to drive and stuff, so that's cool. But I haven't been up to like anything.
Yeah, that's something you've been like needing to do for a while now. Although we've sworn never to drive with each other. I just want to make sure that you remember that, because that is a one-way ticket to fucking
hell.
To somewhere.
Like you don't have to
fucking
yeah.
The next dimension.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's been kind of boring on my end.
Yeah. Sounds boring. Anyway, now to the way more interesting stuff. From me, so I've been going to school, half online, half like in person. And honestly, the in-person stuff is just like bizarre. Like, there's no social interaction with anybody. Everybody's like dead inside. People like can't show their personality when they're forced to wear a mask and like sit 5 feet apart at lunch, and it's just like there's no good times really anymore.
No roast.
Yeah, no roast sessions, because you can't even see the opponent's face. So like, how can you make fun of the gap in their teeth? Right. So, and yeah, it's just been altogether suffering. And like, there's this one class in particular where I'm suffering more than other classes. And that's my CSP class that I'm currently in, because I'm trying to take a lot of computer classes, a lot of computer programming classes, and so I'm in this class, and it's supposed to be an AP class, which means it's supposed to be a little bit advanced, except it's literally full of diaper babies. And the most
thought it stood for cock sucking and plucking.
Yeah, it stands for cocksucking bastards. So it's there's just so much inane shit that happens, and just some things that go on are the most comical, like, and nobody's there to like laugh at them with me. So it's like,
because you can't, you have to keep your cool.
Yeah, because I have no friends in that class. So like, this hilarious stuff happens, and I'm just screaming inside, like. But I'm sitting there completely normal. On the inside, I'm like imploding from how like awkward and terrible this class is, right? So one of the first things I remember is how our teacher's like an older woman who doesn't understand computers at all. Like, every time she makes a typo on her computer, she smashes it with a baseball bat. And she spent like nearly half a period telling us why it's important to brush your teeth.
What? What do you? Wait. Okay,
Alex,
you said they're diaper babies, but what grade are these kids?
These kids are like probably from like sophomore to seniors. I'm a senior. And yeah, it was like she was like, you can get gum infection, you could die, and so I was just like, what are we doing? I'm paying so much money to come here. And then I just eventually realized that the people in this class, like, I think they're literally just stupid, because
they wouldn't have brushed their teeth without this woman telling them to.
They wouldn't have. They smell so bad.
A wipe.
Yeah, but okay.
Next week there's a lesson on wiping.
A side note. I texted you about this guy, but like there's like a Bape kid there in the class, and he's fucking annoying. And
Sam, the way I don't know what Bape Kid even means, you know?
but you know, come on, you could picture.
Yeah. There's there's a.
And he like thinks he's better than the teacher, and he's like awful. But one thing what I just realized, like, these people are cartoons, right? Like we had an assignment where we were learning about data abstraction. And so, as a visual metaphor of data abstraction, she asked all of us to draw the best map of the United States that we could. And then she was going to look at our examples and show us how you can abstract the map. And so...
How does that relate to coding?
If you code, you know. It's like...
Okay.
It's like... It was just a visual metaphor to explain something about coding, right? And so she wanted these kids to spend about, 5 minutes just taking a blank sheet of paper and drawing a map of the United States, right? Oh. And then I didn't know that she was going to be showing our maps up on the board. Like, on the Promethean.
Huh.
And so
did you embarrass yourself?
No, I actually had one of the better maps because I was the only person who remembered that Alaska exists. So, yeah.
Well, right, yeah. It's pretty forgettable.
Yeah. Yeah, so I actually did pretty good, but, I think there's another one that I just had to take a picture of, and I'm going to be putting it up on screen in a moment. Should be coming up on screen now.
Show no mercy.
What am I looking at? Alright, Sam, listen. Alright, listen, Sam, listen. I know we said we wouldn't make any references to the presidency, but what if the 2020 elections just so happened to be happening, and you turned on CNN, and John King and Wolf Blitzer were pointing to that? It was like, well, the red states appear to be in pencil, and the blue states...
The red states appear to be in this little blob on the right.
The red states appear to be a straight line in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
That's Long Island, Sam. They got Long Island.
Was that the Bape Kid?
No, it was just some fucking bovine.
A boobah?
It was some boob.
Okay, so my question is,
First of all, what? Second of all, how?
Oh, where did you learn that shit? What did the teacher say to that?
She was like, okay, so this wasn't exactly quite what I was looking for. I was looking for more so something that resembled the United States. But that's okay.
I love when teachers, they don't know how to explain when something just utterly missed the mark, so they're like, well, that wasn't quite what I was looking for.
Somebody just unhinges one day.
They're like, you're fucking stupid!
Yeah, our old math teacher would have done that. He would have been like, you look like a skunk. Yeah, I'll beat my kids. But this teacher, she's kind of like that though. She's like a little bit nice, like maybe a little too nice sometimes, and like she doesn't really break. She's a little bit like our old music teacher.
Right. Okay.
And even when something completely stupid happens, she's like normal, except for like this one time.
Chill music teacher, not the one who had a mental breakdown.
No, that one.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit like him. And gentlemen, so
wait, can I just pause the story for a second? I know we've told that story on here at some point, but I just love how there are 50 people out there in the world who would all
that?
Yeah, they would all get that reference if you made it. It's just like those 50 people just probably don't speak to each other because it happened so long ago.
Yeah, but it would definitely be like psychologically damaging, especially for the people who he was yelling at.
Well, I think there needs to be a reunion, is what I was saying. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully one day. But yeah, so there was this one time though where she was just, I don't know what happened. This kid must have just gotten on her nerves or something. And so,
his eyes out in front of everyone.
no. She wasn't Miss Mouth. She didn't choke him to death.
Yeah.
But what she did do was she was like, she asked the kid a question. Like she was up in front of the class, and the kid just happened to be in front of her, and so she pointed at him and asked a question. And she's like, "So what do you think we would do about fixing this bug?" And then he's like, maybe change it so that it does this." And then she goes quiet for a little bit, and then she folds her hands and she goes, "Okay, fuck you."
What do you mean?
And then he was like, "What?" And then he like re-explained, and she was like, "Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I misheard. Oh."
Has she ever done anything else like that?
No, it was just this bizarre moment, and she was like so passive aggressive. She was just like, "Okay, fuck you."
Do you think he was like messing with her or something?
Yeah, maybe. I don't, or maybe she like just like somehow cobbled together an insult out of what he was saying. I don't know.
Do you remember when we would get in trouble in school for saying like ass? Like if we said
What the
like
hell,
if we-
Sam?
Yeah, if we said what the hell, they'd be like, hey, watch your mouth. or
Two
whatever.
security guards would tackle us.
You to the ground and like give us a concussion, but now teachers just be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, we
What
can.
you can do about it.
we get fucking ALP.
Oh my god, you just yeah.
Remember when people would say ALP, hold them down?
What? No.
They go
What was
ALP,
that?
hold them down.
Just hold them down.
It's like in reference to police brutality.
But how does that relate
Clearly you don't
to
remember.
Okay, yeah. Let's just move on from that.
It's implying that our school security was committing
Systemically
brutality. Yes, I think that's what it was implying. Actually, now that I think about it, only like one kid said that, so never
Yeah,
mind.
that was a him thing, you know? Like,
We both know who I'm talking about. The kid who was constantly getting taken to ALP.
it's not systemically racist, it just systemically hates that kid.
Yeah, that buckethead ass kid. Yeah, so
Damn.
that's like pondering the bizarreness of that class. That's what's been taking up most of my time nowadays.
If I were her, I would have saved the fuck you for
A bigger moment.
Oh, what?
For a bigger moment, like she didn't have to pull that
Yeah.
card now.
It's just, I feel like it was kind of anticlimactic.
It was just like not. He didn't do anything wrong. That's why it was humorous. But yeah, it's a weird fucking class.
Would you say it's the most bizarre class you've ever been in?
Well, you know, the class where a teacher sat on a kid's project and gave them an F was maybe, I don't know, a few bars higher. But, you know, it's up there.
Kind of incapacitated me for a second there. Yeah, okay, that's cool.
Incapacitation. Yeah. There should be like a rank system, you know?
At the highest is when your teacher sits on a project and gives it an F for being like destroyed.
What the fuck?
Careless enough to let me sit on it.
I just noticed there's like Tatooine in the distance in this map.
What?
If you look,
I feel like you're just saying that so I'll be distracted so you could like
What?
bomb the shit out of me. Yeah.
No, look, it's like fucking the place where those two old people got fucking killed.
Oh shit!
Oh, I gotta get out of here. No, it wasn't worth it. Oh, maybe it was. Oh,
It
God.
would be cool if when you go out there, it's like a bunch of Oh God, I feel self-conscious about saying. Isn't the name for the people in Star Wars Sand People?
Yes, but it was okay. It was
Well, like, it's not
1977.
really-
They didn't think
Yeah.
that. Well, they're technically, all right. Technically, they're called Tusken Raiders. Technically,
Yeah, Tusken Raiders.
but yeah, no. The people of Tatooine refer to them as Sand People. So maybe it's just like I don't know, a local thing. It's just racist. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be cool if in this game, like, if you go out of bounds, like a bunch of Tusken Raiders just take you and like rip your body to shreds or
Yeah,
something.
instead of you just like spontaneously dying.
But yeah, you
walking
get
30
like,
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sam,
so-
wait, Sam. Okay. Wait, okay, Sam. This is a detour, but it's related. So, okay. Also, it's not related to the presidency. I promise.
Okay.
Okay. So there was this guy named Ron Paul, right? And he was like, his whole thing was he was a representative. Like he was in the House, and his whole thing, he was the only person who did this. But the way he interpreted the Constitution, he would vote no on any bill or law that wasn't explicitly allowed in the U.S. Constitution. Oh, so if the founding fathers hadn't included like a provision that said like you're allowed to do X or Y, he would vote no on it. And he was called Dr. No for that reason. But basically,
Doctor No, isn't that like a character?
well, also because he was a medical doctor before he went in, yeah, it's a character. He was a medical doctor before he went into politics. So he was known as Dr. No, but he ran for president in like 2008, I think. And now he has like a show where he shills for like gold companies and like says that COVID is a hoax or something, but he recently had a stroke on a live stream. The man. Okay, so he was like he was like a representative in the 80s and 90s.
I mean, it doesn't say in the Constitution that we should save you, son.
No, and he also thinks that like healthcare should be completely privatized. So like, no, but yeah, so he's like in his 90s now, but he does like a stream like most days of the week. So he's like on camera a lot. It's just like only a couple thousand people watch him now, because he's not really that famous anymore. But there's like footage of him out there. It's so fucked up to laugh at it, but like his face just starts twitching and he can't finish a sentence.
Oh my
And like
God.
he's fine.
Oh,
He's actually really healthy.
Oh
But
my
he
God.
like
He just sounds so bad.
and just like the headline of like former Senator Ron Paul has stroke on.
Former Senator Ron Paul fucking dies.
No, and like his son is also a senator, and his son is named Rand Paul. He didn't even say anything about it. Like he just doesn't talk to his dad.
Did you hear about that guy? There was this guy. I forget what the fuck
Switch
his name
the
is.
map.
Yeah, I'll switch the map this round. I forgot what his fucking name is. His name was Dean Browning. Do you know who he is?
No, I don't. Who is that?
Okay, so he was like the he was like a former like commissioner in like Pennsylvania or something.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, he's like a part of like politics now or whatever, right? And so what he did is he would have these like two Twitter accounts. His regular Twitter account, in which he would say like, you know, a lot of Republican conservative stuff and MAGA stuff, right?
Right.
And then
Yeah.
he would have a second account, which was a fake guy that he made up, who was like a
total fraud.
who was like it was like a black millennial named Dan Purdy, right?
What the fuck?
He's fucking crazy. And so he has 2 accounts. And what he would do is whenever somebody would reply to his like conservative tweets or whatever, he would log into the second account and then reply to them as that, so he could be like, hey, look at me, I'm a minority and I'm agreeing with this man. More black people should be like me. And so and then one day and then he's crazy. And then one day he forgot to log out of the other account. So on his like professional conservative account, he got exposed because he started tweeting on his regular account as if he were the other guy, forgetting. And so he literally made a tweet that said keep in mind, it's like a blonde, like old conservative guy in the profile picture. And he's like, he makes a tweet that's like, I'm a black gay guy and I can personally say that Obama did nothing for me. My life was changed a little bit for the worse. Everything is so much better under Trump, though. I feel respected, which I never do when Democrats are involved. Anyway, and then
I have nothing to say to that. Like, that's just like.
Anyway, and then he fucking lied and said that he was quoting a message that he received from a follower. Sorry if that was not clear. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Put quotation marks around it.
Okay, buddy. Anyway, now his career is fucking down the toilet.
You know, he could have literally done anything but that. He would have been fine. Like, here's what I don't get, right? Like, do you remember the whole Borat thing? Where, like tricked Rudy Giuliani into taking his pants off or something?
Oh,
like,
yeah. They like, yeah,
Rudy
I saw
Giuliani
that.
would have just been like, no, I think I'm good. Like, are these people fucking stupid? You could just not do that. It's so easy.
Yeah, there's a whole controversy for the audience, if you don't know, with like this movie Borat 2, where it was like a hidden camera movie, and they were like making politicians look really fucking bad. It's funny.
Well, they did a thing where like they tricked Rudy Giuliani.
I don't think in that whole like $1 million movie they found anything as damning as this. I mean, what this guy Dean did.
Yeah, that was
like
pretty...
he fucked Dean. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Like he was like, there's like footage of him like, and he's like about to take his pants off in front of this girl, and he's like
baby girl.
like he was under the impression she was like under the age of 18 or something. But he says it was all set up, so I don't know.
Listen to me.
Please.
No, it wasn't like that. He starts talking like Sam C. He's like, no, listen to me.
Yo, Sam C should like... I want to see Sam C deliver a press conference where he's like apologizing for something.
Sam C apology video.
Make it worse.
No, can we make Sam C make an apology video for fucking coming up with Roblox? Can we make him make an apology?
Oh yeah. I think that would be.
Yeah.
That would be in order.
Okay. I'm gonna say something controversial. I'm a
don't.
black gay guy. No. Listen. I know we don't want to get political here, but Normal Shack is not that bad if you view it as a self-parody, which it kind of is.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Normal Shack, the Roblox series, is not that bad if you look at it in a satirical light.
Oh, he was apologizing for Normal Shack. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I mean it's not. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's like it's better than like, I don't know. It's better than
whatever Mr. FouseyTube is doing.
No, okay, it's better than the average, like 2020 annoying orange content. That's what I would. That's what I would say. It's better.
The audience doesn't know that we made a fucking meme about FouseyTube before, where he was our teacher. It's just all right. I'm not even gonna explain. Yeah. So what else? Do you have anything else that's been going on? Because if you if you don't, I can say some more stuff. Do you have anything big that happened?
I fucking
It's
no.
a yes or no question.
Shut the fuck up. I can't think of anything. My life has been pretty boring lately.
Well, what about when you got hospitalized?
Oh,
And
okay.
you sent me a picture from the hospital, and you were like, I'm dead.
I clinically dead. Oh, okay. So this is gonna be the main event, I think.
Okay.
So we all know speed, right? Like stimulants.
Gonzalez.
Need for. No, yeah. So like, stimulants that they give to people with ADHD. I'm prescribed 40 milligrams of Vyvanse, which is sort of like Adderall, but it's a little different. And I couldn't tell you how it's different, but I think it's better because all the people I've met who have Adderall prescriptions are like fucking insane. So I like Vyvanse. But basically one night during one of the like 6 weeks I was in school this semester, I realized I had like an essay that I had to write that I had like put off for like a couple days, but I realized that
Is
it
this going where I think it's going?
it might be. Like it might be going in a worse direction, honestly. But I realized it was gonna be due at like 10:30 in the morning the next day. So I was like, like in the afternoon or in the morning, I was like, it looks like I'm just
Can I
gonna
make the worst decision possible?
like, I think I'm gonna have to stay up all night to do this. So then I was like, all right, whatever. So I was like, we can pull this off, right? So what I decided to do was I took 40 milligrams of Vyvanse, like when I woke up, and I woke up pretty late, so it was like at noon that I took my dose for the day, and I like ran some errands or whatever for like 6 hours. And I did some work on the essay, and it was around 7 o'clock, and I was like a little bit of the way through, but it was supposed to be 5 pages, so I was like, all right, I just gotta bang it out, and I gotta work at a faster pace now. So I take another Vyvanse, and now I'm at 80 milligrams in my system, and I'm like, all right, let's fucking do this, because I feel like I get the feeling where it's like I just had like a large iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and I can shit Shakespeare, So I'm like tapping, literally, I'm like tapping away at the computer, and you see, the problem with speed is it just brings everything into focus. Like it feels like everything is at the highest possible resolution. So I'm like writing a sentence that's 4 lines long, and then I'm like, all right, how can I make this better? And then I'm like editing this sentence and like making it more complicated and stuff, and I'm just trying to make it like I'm just concentrating on like individual things way too much, and I end up getting a page down over the course of like 6 hours. And I look at the clock, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like frazzled as fuck. I have to stand up in order to stay awake. And I'm like still kind of conscious, but I'm like I'm definitely I'm definitely not well, but I I take a deep breath, you know, I eat a Cliff Bar or something like that, and then I look at the page again.
Yeah, definitely. Just a Cliff Bar.
Yeah, right, Cliff Bars. And I look the page over, and I'm like, I like say to myself, I'm like, this is literally nonsense. Like I just went on like a million different tangents in one page, and like this sounds like someone.
It's like comical, like when somebody pretends they're like drunk or something. It's just it's just like 5 paragraphs of you going like, listen man, listen man.
yeah, it was literally like that. Like I was literally just winging it, and so I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to start over, and I only have like 3.5 hours this time.
Man, I'm a dumbass.
5 hands.
Oh my god.
I take my third 5 hands, and
better kill myself.
I start typing, right, and I'm like, all right, you know what? It doesn't have to get in exactly at 10:30. I'm sure if I get it in at like noon, it'll be fine, and then I can go to sleep at noon, and
not die.
And then I start typing and stuff, and then I take a step back, and I'm like, wait a minute, why does my heart feel like that?
Oh, that's always good.
Why does it feel so large, and why does it feel like there's a rabbit in my rib cage that's like trying to
Why do I feel like
escape?
there's a fucking xenomorph about to burst out of my chest?
And then I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be good, right? And I'm like kind of sweating a little, and then I Google 120 milligrams of Vyvanse in 12 hours, because at that time I was like thinking, I like did some calculations. I was like, oh, it must have been 12 hours that I took all these pills in. And I read like some things that are like, okay, well this could be fine if you take these steps. But then I go to this Quora page, and I mean, I'm sure everyone's familiar with Quora, right?
Oh no.
Wait, did you mean you're not familiar with Quora?
You open up Quora and it's just a timer.
I went on Quora, and this deranged, like this crazy person has typed out like 4 paragraphs, all in all caps, about how you're gonna die if you take.
Oh my god.
12 hours, and it's like your heart will stop, you will get brain failure, your liver will stop.
Fucking explode. Like, you will detonate. You will puff up like a balloon until your guts spray all over the walls.
Yeah, well so he was just like, yeah, potential things are like brain damage, liver failure, like heart failure,
hearing colors.
Yeah, seizures. He just listed all these things that were really bad, and my heart starts beating faster. And at this point,
probably because you're fucking scared too.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
this is it.
And I'm kind of detached from reality. You know, I feel like I'm in a video game or something, and I like a fucking idiot. I tried vomiting the fucking pills into the toilet.
Oh my god, this is so sad. Your life is fucking
like god. I'm literally at rock bottom. So Sam,
Sam, I need you to put your finger in my throat so I can throw up these 42 milligrams of drugs I took.
I don't know you. Get out of my house. So I'm like trying to vomit. I'm just like, you know, into the toilet.
Somebody walks
but
in.
It's
not what it looks like.
Like Sam, I'm literally like, I'm pulling on my uvula.
Somebody walks in and you like epic dookie fart all over them.
Did you do that?
I can't control myself.
Yeah, so Sam, the vomiting doesn't work. I'm just...
Did you actually throw up, or did it just not work?
It just didn't come out. Like, I just couldn't... And you know what? I hadn't been eating anything but Cliff Bars, so I was just like... I just couldn't... Like, I could...
What
there was nothing...
Cliff Bars do to a man?
when good farts do to a motherfucker. So I start thinking, I'm like, listen, if this guy is even remotely right, which at this point I'm like thinking to myself, he definitely is.
I mean, he's a writer on Quora.
He is writing in all caps with like a typo every other. But like, come on, he's gotta know what he's talking about. I'm like thinking, I should just like call 911 because at this point, and I'm like, I feel my muscles tensing up and shit. Which I'm reading online. I'm like seeing like that's like a symptom of seizures, is if you can't like move your muscles in certain places or whatever.
Oh my God.
So I pull up my phone, and actually what I do is I call like 3 of my friends who all have Vyvanse prescriptions, but none of them pick up. And I text my 2 suite mates to meet me about something in the hallway, but they're both sleeping.
Meet me about something in the hallway.
I'm
going
literally
to die.
overdosing. in 15 minutes, I will be dead. I just
wanted to say goodbye.
Bye, all. I'll see you all in there. So, yeah. So they don't answer the text, and I'm fucking manic at this point. I'm like panicking. My heart is like fucking. It is bolting, and I'm like twitching slightly too. Like I'm like, I'm so far gone. And like
how is it possible to fucking jinx each other on? How is that even possible?
For the vibes. So
you look down the hallway and like Chalky is there and he's like, "Join me, my son."
Like no.
There's a light behind him and you start getting pulled towards him and you're like, oh.
yeah, it's the speed light. So I even try going to sleep.
I'm the fastest man alive.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. And I tried going to sleep and I literally couldn't go to sleep because I was like twitching and shit. I just couldn't stop thinking that I was gonna die. So I call up 911, and in like 5 minutes, a fucking ambulance comes. Like a bunch of like
they burst
police.
into the room and tackle you and break your arms and
you're a terrorist. So yeah, so and there are like a bunch of police officers there, which I wasn't expecting, but they're outside my fucking dorm on the street.
And you're like, oh, this is embarrassing.
That was really kind of my first thought. So I was just like thinking, I was like, wait a minute, like
I'm gonna die like a fucking chump. I
was like thinking to myself, I was like, maybe this isn't necessary. But I go into the ambulance, and they like take my vitals and all that, and they like hook me up to, or they don't hook me up to anything, but they just take all my vitals and shit, and they're like, okay, so you seem a little off, like your heart is pretty fast, you sound pretty like manic right now, you could just walk this off, maybe have some water, but I would recommend just to be safe, you go to the hospital.
Water.
Oh, yeah. So basically, I end up getting admitted to the hospital, and they basically tell me.
I see you shooting that fucking cow. You sick fuck. That cow doesn't do shit.
So yeah, so I end up staying for a couple hours in the hospital because they just have to run some tests on me, and they end up hooking me to an IV to get some like water in my system.
There's like a war veteran next to you, and
he's like, you fucking pussy.
Back in my day, I was doing coke off hookers' asses.
Vyvanse, like I was doing more Vyvanse than that in this span of 20 minutes. Yeah,
Back in my day, I was committing war crimes overseas. Okay,
I'm gonna see myself out after that.
Alright, he gets up and leaves. I'm out.
I'm getting lunch. So yeah, so I spent a couple hours in the hospital, and it wasn't great. I kind of felt like a dumbass because it like wasn't even really warranted. I basically just tricked myself into thinking I was overdosing. when like that like 120 milligrams of Vyvanse doesn't kill you. It just makes you act like that.
It just makes you...
It just makes you tweak, you know?
tweak. Man.
Yeah. It makes you be like,
Literally
ah! Yeah. So that's basically the story. But
they're like, oh, we're gonna have to hold you in the hospital for the next 3 weeks, and then like somehow, like Mikey Shitface is like your fucking like roommate.
I was like, no!
Sam? Oh my god!
Do you wanna play Fortnite Mobile?
No!
Get
No!
I have Fortnite Mobile hooked up to my brain so I could play it wirelessly.
Modoc. He's like, no, he's like.
Face Modoc.
Alright, so Modoc is your fucking roommate.
Fuck Doc.
Alright. No,
Yeah.
Me and Edric have an inside joke about Call of Duty Mobile, because one time in class there was like this kid who was like, alright, the kid was Befren, and he was going so hard on Call of Duty Mobile, like he was like sweating on it, like both literally and like the metaphorical term sweating.
Yeah.
So now we have an inside joke about that. It's actually, you had to be there, so forget I said anything.
You're a douche.
You're a douche.
Douche. You literally wasted a nurse's time with like a fucking fake scam.
You're a douche.
2005 era insult.
2005.
Yeah. So that was the most eventful thing that basically happened. But also my parents got really concerned, so they like picked me up out of the hospital.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. But I'm not. I actually canceled my prescription because I realized that it was doing more harm than good.
Yeah. Well, do you feel different now?
Yeah, I feel like a normal person,
Oh. You turn into like a fucking...
like SpongeBob.
What? I was gonna say you turned into an anti-vaxxer when you...
No.
like SpongeBob. Yeah.
What? No, like normal Bob, you know?
What in God's name?
Like that episode where he's like, "Hi, I'm normal," you know?
No.
Okay, come on.
You mean like SpongeBob Round Pants?
Isn't that the one where he gets round pants?
No, it's not. They just called it that. The episode where he gets round pants is actually a separate episode.
That's fucking stupid. I forgot about the episode where he gets round pants.
No, it's not true, Sam. I was mocking you.
Wait, what? No, but, wait. The round pants episode was a special, and that wasn't the one where he was normal.
No. This is stupid.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
No!
What do you mean? He's like, "Hi, I'm normal." And he's like all smooth.
Oh! Hi, how are you?
Yes, hi, how are you? Not hi, I'm normal. Yeah.
I don't think that was a whole episode. I think that was just like a scene, right?
Was a scene, because he was like doing, like he was transforming into like other versions of something. I don't know. That took so long.
SpongeBob was like transforming. Yeah.
Okay. He's like, like, oh yeah, like, yo, Sam, I had a dream about that.
That's scary.
Sam, listen. Yeah, so now that story is over, I have to tell you about my dream.
Okay, go ahead.
It's very short. So the other night I was sleeping, and I was just, the dream was, right? It started out, I was like in front of a building in our town, and I saw Chode come out of it. And at first he didn't say anything because he didn't like look at me. But I was like, "Oh, Chode, what's up? It's been so long." And he's like, "Oh, hey," and then he just like walked
Why
away.
are you calling me Chode? Oh.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but neither of us wanted like a conversation, so we just walked away. And then I was walking down the street, and there was a person in front of me, and he had his back to me because he was like walking with someone. And I was walking for a little bit, and I was like, I wonder who this person could be. And then all of a sudden, he turned around, and it was Luca Scotto with face tats all over him, like just ridiculous comical face tats. And he's like grown out his hair so he looks like a piece of human garbage. And he gives me the finger, and he says, "Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, you little bitch ass!" And I was like, and then he goes, "Oh!" and he fucking tackles me to the ground, and we start fucking fighting, like fist fighting. It was so violent, and I end up losing my temper at him because I try restraining him, like, whoa, dude, calm down, but he's like fucking railing at me. So I'm
Like a chimpanzee.
I'm like, all right.
Bring it around, Tat.
I lose my shit at him, and I end up doing that thing from A Christmas Story. Do you remember that when the kid was bully? Yeah. And he like ends up, so I end up punching him in the face over and over again.
I feel like we've all dreamed of doing that, but yeah.
and the dream ended with his face all.
Stupid.
Yeah. And his face was all messed up because I had like railed on it for like.
I mean, you are off your medication, so like, I'm not surprised that you were having.
Not like a mood stabilizer, but it's definitely it's Luca dreams.
I thought it was gonna be like you see like a beautiful woman, and like she's got flowing hair, and she's like in a red dress, and she's like a beautiful woman. So you tap her on the shoulder, and you're like, "Ma'am, can I get your number?" And she turns around, and it's like Luca's face. You like, in movies?
Yeah, I do.
Movie
it's like
moment.
fucking. It's Chris Farley.
Yeah, and he's like eating a corn dog or something. He's like,
you like.
Yeah. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, I had a horrible dream.
Yeah, and then your wife is Chris Farley.
Yeah. Oh, Chris Farley.
We can just come up with shit on the fly.
It's so easy.
It's not hard.
After Toasted Movies, I could fucking do anything. I literally predicted like the entirety of Jack and Jill, but like.
I predicted it. It was being made, and I predicted it.
I'm responsible for Jack and Jill.
Okay, no fucking president shit.
Yeah, he's not even the president anymore. We're still doing it.
Oh yeah, that's true. He can just be a meme now.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Trump impressions will never die because, like,
it's funny as shit.
Yeah. And like future generations will never understand fully.
Well, I feel like in 50 years they'll have like clips of his voice that they'll play, and then all the students will be like, "Why did they elect that guy?"
Sounds like a fucking dumbass.
He's saying the same thing over and over again. Like he's not even altering his message in the slightest.
Listen to me. Listen.
And we're gonna be doing this, and it's gonna be great, and you're all gonna love it.
Are you sure?
Sorry. Okay. Are you sure about that?
Anyway,
I think we can. But yeah, so that was my dream.
Okay. Okay. Well, like in other news, there's been a murder.
Sorry?
Well, we all know that my street is, prone to, weird and bizarre shit, right? Well, yeah, recently there was actually, comically evil murder.
Did it involve, like, someone getting his dick ripped off or something?
No, but it was just like, why you gotta, like, act
why you
like
gotta
that?
so rude?
Why you gotta? Remember when our fucking Bring It Around Town to our music teacher again. Remember when he would play that song fucking every day?
He really liked that song. I think he was the one who made it a hit.
He listened to it like a million times.
Yeah, who liked that?
Never heard of a single person who likes that song. I'm literally in a room I don't think I've ever been in my life. Like, I think I've played this game, but I've never been in this room. Okay, so, yeah, there's a murder. So this is, I guess this counts as like a maybe a spooky story, but it's not about ghosts. It's about, you know, a psychopath. So like, this was like a few houses down from me. And there was this woman who, you know, she used to go to the gas station on the corner of my street. There's like a little gas station. And it's like an independent gas station or whatever. And she used to go there, and get all of her gas, and she would always get like, serviced by like this one guy, right? Like he would always do, her gas. He was always gassing her up. And then, yeah, apparently he was like obsessive, and he actually like started falling in love with her, even though they only like talked for like 2 sentences at a time over like a span of like months. And he was like a really lonely guy or whatever, and he was crazy, so he started obsessing over this woman, and he started stalking her. What are you doing? So
What do you do?
And he started stalking her, and then one day, like literally for no apparent reason, just broke into her house and like stabbed her to death.
He got caught?
Yeah, he got caught.
Is he like in prison now?
No, he's free.
What do you mean he's free?
He's your neighbor.
Sam, okay, you can't just say shit like that. Because my neighbor's name is Gus, and he has a beer belly.
And a shotgun. Remember when you thought I was fucking outside your home? No, we're not talking about that.
Don't talk to that. Don't talk.
Alright, so, yeah, no, he's in prison. I think he confessed.
Well, I mean, they probably... Do you think they could have been able to figure it out if he hadn't confessed?
Maybe. Oh, well, who knows? I mean, who knows how they really, like, do that shit, you know? They can figure out a lot. I don't know how, but they do.
Imagine being the guy who's like, alright, so she frequented this gas station a lot. And this guy seems kind of weird.
It's
So
probably
I think
him.
we should... Yeah, it's probably him. Yeah, just once I want Scooby-Doo to, like, solve an actual murder and, like,
yeah, we talked
have
about
it
this.
yeah,
we get like
this is a
really dark. Just be like,
frequent topic of conversation.
so what he would do is gouge out the baby's eyes. Fred's like, jeez.
That's revolting.
Oh my god.
The Jinkies would feel inappropriate. Like,
Just once for a Scooby-Doo character, just go, holy fuck! Shut up! I'll kill you.
yeah. Well, I mean that's
Yeah, so that's another story to add to the repertoire of like insane happenings on my street.
Are people gonna? I feel like her house like is just not gonna.
Well, she's
people
gonna
aren't
be
gonna-
a ghost, and you know that's just the way it is.
She's gonna eat the next family's Oreo cookies. It's gonna be how it works.
Yeah. So what else happened? There was another big event that happened that I felt like I wanted to tell you because it was honestly just like pretty weird and kind of funny, but you know, mostly weird and disturbing. So like I met this like horrifying sex monster.
Okay, Sam, you're gonna need to just like you always start things with like, yeah, so I met Adolf Hitler in a fucking bar the other day, and then it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean by that? It's like, oh, that was just a hook. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, I got a show to run here. Everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So who's the sex monster?
Okay. So, basically, the other day. Well, okay. So frequently, I get picked up from school because one, you know, I have my license and I can drive, but because I'm like my school's like half and half right now because of the virus, I'm only in school a couple days. And like my parents couldn't justify like buying me my own car, right? Because that's like a big investment and I wouldn't be using it enough. And you know, and they have to use their cars, so it's just like easier to fucking have them pick me up at the end of the day, right? So one day, what happens is the day ends and all the students go out to their cars, right? And then they get on the bus or they go to their car. And I went out a back way, like one of the side doors. Like there's the main entrance and then there's like the side doors. I went out one of the side doors. And I saw this like weird old guy, and he was like, he had like a comb over. He had white hair and he was a little older and he had a comb over, and he was like and so he was hiding behind a car with no license plate. Like the car had no license plate and he was hiding behind it. And he had an actual like digital camera, like not a cell phone, like he had an actual camera. And he was looking at the kids as they were like leaving through the doors. He was like aiming it at them and taking pictures of the kids as they were leaving the school. And I noticed him because I just like saw him. And you know, who even knows if he got a picture of me, but like he was just like taking pictures of all the kids as they were leaving the school. And I was like, huh, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, I was like, that's not normal. And so just keep in mind, this guy's like fucking like, I don't even know how old he is. He must be like fucking 82 or some shit. He's fucking old and wrinkly, like fucking just gross, right? And like his face is like red and weird, and he's like some kind of weird monster. And I like
it's a mask.
Yeah, like it might have been a mask. And he has like a horrible comb over, and he's just right. So I like see him, and you know, I'm gonna leave, right? But then I'm like, you know, see something, say something, right? And so I'm like, I better just go check if everything's like okay with this guy, right? So I
check to see if he's okay.
So I go up to him, right? And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you like taking pictures, right? And he's like, oh, I'm waiting for my daughter. I'm like, sir, you're like you're like 82. You don't have a daughter at this school. And he goes, no, I'm just waiting for my daughter. And I'm like, next to a unmarked vehicle with a camera. And then he's like, I'm just waiting for my daughter. And then he stops answering my questions. Like I'm talking to him and he just ignores me, right? Like he just continues to take pictures while I'm like standing right fucking next to him. And then I'm like, okay, well, if you keep doing this, like I'm gonna report you, right? And so what I do is I like start walking away because I say I'm gonna like report him. So I start walking away, and then he gets in his car and he leaves. So he clearly was not waiting for anybody.
Right.
He was just taking pictures of the kids.
Sam, what do you expect me to do with that?
React. What the fuck was that?
React. I don't know what to say to that. That's just. Why didn't you stop him?
Why didn't you stop him? What could I have done? I mean, I reported him. I mean, that's like all like, you know.
Reported him to the inept fools who work.
Sam!
Sorry. I'm the inept fool.
Yeah. You bastard.
What
What would you have had me do? Dress up as Batman and follow him home?
I mean,
In a perfect world.
I would have like. Actually, I don't know what I would have done.
Well, because look. He left, right? Like, there was no, like, following him. Like, he got in his car and drove away. Like, there was nothing I could do, right?
Just jump on top of the car.
Yeah, like, it's not fucking the Dark Knight where I'm gonna, like, carve into the side. And so, like, all I could do was, like, report him, and that's what I did. And, like, I made him aware that that shit don't fly around here. And, you know, I did my civic duty. I mean, what else was I to do? But, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I can't believe that. That's like... I don't... Okay, what if you had tried... what if you had tried to take his camera?
And, like, what? Look at it?
No, like I feel like if you had tried to grab his camera from him, like there would have been a physical struggle, and then the security guard would have gotten involved, and then he would have gotten caught for child porn or something.
Sam, you think the security guards are fucking on duty right now?
Well, okay, Sam, if there's gonna be a physical altercation
And also,
between
keep
you
in mind,
and like
keep
an
in mind.
82-year-old man,
I beat the shit out of an 82. No. Keep in mind.
and that wouldn't be good optics, really.
Yeah, it wouldn't look good for me, honestly, because on the off chance that he's, like, completely innocent.
I'm a world-famous nature photographer. My car is unmarked because it hasn't been registered yet. Daughter just came out.
He's like unnecessarily good. It's like he's like they open up his like his trunk and he's got like briefcases full of money and they're like, what are you doing with all this, huh? And he's like, oh, they were going to charity.
Mask on?
No, I don't. No, he didn't.
He's oh.
I don't think he fucking cares, Sam. He's a pedophile.
He's been given 6 months and he's gonna spend it like how he sees fit.
Listen, you got a permit for all this child porn? Yeah.
Just I can't believe that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. First experience. You know, we got ghosts, we got pedophiles. What's next? Ghost pedophiles? Come on. Let's not get ridiculous.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, realistically, if I killed him on that day, we would now be stuck with a ghost pedophile, so...
I feel like if he were a ghost, I actually don't know what he would be like as a ghost. I really don't.
Boom, yeah.
Boo! Can I leave now? I'm a pedophile.
Boo, can I touch you?
No!
Don't
You literally can't. You're a ghost.
Shit,
that's
got me there.
Is a ghost camera?
Actually, yeah, it's like one of those ghost hunting shows.
Wait, so he had like it was like a camcorder.
It was like it was like an actual like an actual camera. Like it was like one of those little rectangular cameras, like a little rectangular digital camera. It wasn't like a phone. It was like one made for photography.
And he was taking. You're sure he was
Not
taking
professional.
Pictures,
It wasn't like professional.
Right.
Like,
it was just a camera.
Yeah, it was just like a digital camera. Like yeah. And he was literally pointing at the door where all the kids were leaving. I mean, you know what our school looks like. There's nothing to take pictures of. It's a brick wall.
Yeah, there's really like there's
and the
no
fact
way.
that I was like I like clued him in that I was onto his shit and he left. Like if he was really innocent, he would have no reason to do that.
Recon is standing by.
Holy shit! Well, he's probably not gonna come back.
No, I don't think so. The city is protected.
unless he did come back and like
I beat the shit out of him with the fucking shovel.
you murder him in cold blood.
Listen, pal.
Security guard's like, that wasn't necessary.
Why did you do that? Now I gotta clean this shit up. This blood.
Take his car to the pound.
The pound.
Whatever you call it. What do you know what kind of make it was? Like, was it just generic car?
I don't know. It was fucking. It was like a.
I'm imagining like a beige, like 95 Honda something.
It was big enough to fit a kid in the trunk, if that's what you mean.
Was it? Okay, it wasn't like a minivan though.
It wasn't as big as a minivan. Is an SUV what you would call it? Is that what you would call it?
He had SUV, Sam?
Is that? I don't know cars. It was a larger car.
I don't know cars either. It was large, okay. But was it like something you would drive to work, or was it like made for a specific like?
I don't know. It wasn't a creepy van, if that's what you mean.
Okay, okay. I was imagining a creepy van, and I was like, oh.
No, it's about as big as your car.
Oh.
In fact,
that's kind of
now that I think about it, it looked a lot like your car, and the guy looked a lot like your dad. Now that I think about it,
it looked like you in like a weird old man
it looked like
costume.
you in a fat suit. I was like, have I seen you somewhere before? You must be thinking of someone else.
Nope. He has like a Visco for his photography.
No, it's like fucking. It's Joe Biden. Must be.
Hey, aren't you Joe Biden?
Must be thinking of someone else. I don't know. You're confusing me with someone else. I'm Joe Schmo. Your legal name is Joe Schmo? What's it to you? Get out of here. Can't you see? Can't you see? Listen.
Okay, but you're sure it was an unmarked car, Sam?
Yes. What do you mean? What do we? It had no license plates.
What the fuck?
Yes, he was a crazy guy.
It's crazy.
See that meme where it's like Donald Trump like alone on the debate stage, and it's like Donald Trump when Joe Biden forgets he's running for president.
It took a while, but we finally cracked.
Anyway, so that's basically what we've been up to. Right? That's everything?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Alright, well...
Your senior year is pretty ass, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. I honestly want to, die.
Is anyone enjoying it at all?
I mean, maybe a few, like, delusional mongrels, but other than that...
Matt Farty.
Yeah, Matt Farty's, like, having a fucking grand time.
I feel like Matt Farty just sprays saliva all over his mask. Like, I feel like it's dripping wet.
Dripping
wet? Sam, you know what's crazy? I haven't spoken to like Nils at all over this pandemic. You know, I'm just like imagining people with masks on, like Nils. They're just like, well, damn, you know?
Nils is the guy who's like, guys, what if I wore a plague mask? Guys, aren't I funny and original?
I hate that you're right.
Shut up. Listen to me. Shut up. Anyway, I think this is a good time to end this episode.
Bah! Fuck you!
Alright, this has been the Toasty Toes.